Hello children, in previous class we had learnt about the electronic configuration and physical properties of the metals. In today's class we are going to learn electronic configuration of non-metals and their physical properties. First we will see the electronic configuration of non-metals. Children, atoms of non-metals have 4 to 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Okay, the atoms of non-metals, they have 4 to 8 electrons in their outermost shell. See here I have listed the non-metals, and first one is, that is carbon. Okay, its atomic number is 6. Atomic number of the carbon is 6 and it is having 6 electrons. Carbon atom is having 6 electrons and these 6 electrons are distributed in different shells. Okay, this is K shell and this is L shell. Next there will be M, N. Okay, like this different shells are there. Okay, first we are placing these 6 electrons in these different shells. Children, already in previous class I told that K shell can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. Okay, we can place only 2 electrons in the K shell and remaining electrons will be placed in next shell, that is L shell. See here, out of 6 electrons we have placed 2 electrons in K shell and remaining 4 electrons will be placed in L shell. Okay, and this L shell can accommodate maximum of 8 electrons and K shell can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons, and this M 8. Okay, so here 6 electrons of this carbon element have been placed in K shell and L shell. In K shell we have placed 2 electrons, in K shell we have placed 4 electrons. We will see the next non-metal. It is oxygen. Okay, it is nitrogen. Its atomic number is 7 and it's having 7 electrons. Okay, and all these 7 electrons are placed in different shells. In first shell we are placing 2 electrons. In second one we are placing 5. So 2 plus 5 will get the 7. So we are placing these 7 electrons in 2 different shells. Okay. See here, next we will see this one, oxygen. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. It is having 8 electrons. Among 8 electrons, 2 electrons are placed in K shell and remaining 6 electrons are placed in L shell. Next element is fluorine. Its atomic number is 9. It is having 9 electrons. Among 9 electrons, 2 electrons are placed in K shell and remaining 7 electrons are placed in L shell. Okay. Next one we will see the neon. Its atomic number is 10 and it's having 10 electrons. Among 10 electrons, 2 electrons are placed in K shell and remaining 8 electrons are placed in L shell. Okay. See here, in L shell is having 4 electrons in case of carbon, 5 electrons in case of nitrogen, 6 in case of oxygen, 7 in case of fluorine, 8 in case of neon. Okay, and this shell, L shell is the last shell in which electrons are placed. Therefore, in all these examples, L shell is the outermost shell. Okay, L shell is the outermost shell or valence shell. Okay, L shell is the outermost shell or valence shell. So, the electrons which are placed in outermost shell are said to be valence electrons. Okay, see here, in case of carbon atom, in L shell, L is the outermost shell, in L shell 4 electrons are there. Therefore, in case of carbon, 4 valence electrons are there. In case of nitrogen, 5 electrons are there in outermost shell, or we can also say like this. In case of nitrogen, 5 valence electrons are there. In case of oxygen, 6 valence electrons are there. In case of fluorine, 7 valence electrons are there. In case of this neon, 8 valence electrons are there. Okay, this is how. See here, already initially I told that atoms of non-metals, they have 4 to 8 electrons in their outermost shell. You can observe here in these examples. Here, these are all non-metals. Okay, and atoms of all these non-metals, they are having the electron number in between 4 to 8. Okay, so atoms of the non-metals, okay, atoms of the non-metals, they have 4 to 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Okay, this is the electronic configuration of non-metals. Let us see the physical properties of the non-metals. Physical properties of the non-metals. First physical property, that is non-metals are brittle solids or liquids or gases. Okay, carbon, sulfur and phosphorus are the examples for the non-metals which exist in solid state, whereas this bromine is the non-metal which exists in liquid state, and nitrogen, oxygen, neon and fluorine gas, okay, they are all the non-metals, and they are all examples for the non-metals which exist in gaseous state. Next, physical property, that is these non-metals are not hard or they are soft except diamond. Okay, diamond is the allotrope of carbon. Okay, carbon is the non-metal, and this carbon, it exists in different forms, that is diamond, graphite and carbon fiber. This is the recent allotrope of carbon, and this carbon exists in 3 different forms, and these 3 different forms are known as allotropes. Okay, so here all the non-metals, they are soft except the diamond, it is a allotrope of carbon. Carbon is a non-metal, and these non-metals are non-lustrous. It means they do not have shining surface except iodine and graphite. Except these 2 non-metals, all the non-metals, they do not have shining surface. Okay, this iodine and graphite, they have shining surface. Next physical property is that non-metals are non-malleable. It means they cannot be hammered into thin sheets. These non-metals cannot be made into thin sheets. Okay, on hammering these non-metals, they forms powdery mass. Okay, so on hammering these non-metals, they will form the powdery mass instead of thin sheet. Okay, but in case of metal, what happens? We can hammer the metals into thin sheet. Okay, and these non-metals are non-ductile except this carbon fiber. Okay, this carbon fiber, usually carbon is the non-metal. By using carbon fibers are produced. Okay, this carbon fiber is the recently found allotrope of carbon, and this carbon fiber is highly ductile. It means this carbon fiber can be made into thin wires, but remaining all the non-metals, they are non-ductile. They cannot be drawn into thin wires. And these non-metals are bad conductors of electricity except graphite and carbon gas. Okay, except graphite and carbon gas. Okay, they are good conductors of electricity. These non-metals, they are also bad conductors of heat. Okay. Next physical property, these non-metals, they have low density. They have low density except diamond. It has high density compared to the other non-metals. Again, diamond is the allotrope of carbon and carbon is the non-metal. And next physical properties, these non-metals, they have low melting and boiling point except carbon, silicon and boron non-metals. They have very high melting point. Okay, except these three non-metals, remaining all the non-metals, they have high melting and boiling point. And next physical properties, non-metals are non-sonorous. It means they do not produce sound on hitting hard object. Okay, whenever these non-metals they hit the hard object or hard surface, they do not produce any kind of sound. Therefore, they are said to be non-sonorous. They are said to be non-sonorous. They do not produce any sound on hitting the hard surface. And last physical properties, okay, it's tensile strength. They do not have tensile strength except carbon fiber. Okay, usually this carbon fiber it has a tensile strength as steel. Okay, but remaining non-metals, they do not have tensile strength. And these are the physical properties of the non-metals. Let us see the mind map to remember the physical properties of non-metals. Okay. See here. This is the non-metal. These non-metals are solids, liquids or gases at room temperature. Okay. And these non-metals are not hard except they are soft except diamond, and these non-metals are non-luster except graphite and iodine, and these non-metals are non-malleable. These non-metals are non-ductile. They are bad conductors of electricity except graphite, and non-metals they have low density except diamond. Okay, and these non-metals they have low melting and boiling point except that carbon, silicon and boron. Okay, here the melting point of this one diamond is also high because diamond is a allotrope of carbon. Okay, and these non-metals are non-sonorous, and non-metals they do not have tensile strength except carbon fiber. Okay, so this is the mind map to remember the physical properties of non-metals. Let us compare the physical properties of metals and non-metals. See here, children. In first column I have written serial number, in second one I have listed the physical properties, in third one metals, and fourth one non-metals. Okay, see here, first property, that is state. Okay, metals are solids at room temperature except mercury and gallium, but non-metals are brittle, solids or liquids or gases. Okay, next coming to second physical property, that is hardness. Metals are hard except sodium and potassium. They can be cut with knife. But non-metals, they are not hard. They are soft except diamond. Okay. And this one, non-metals. Okay. That is third physical property, luster. Okay. These non-metals are luster. But, sorry, metals are luster. But non-metals are non-luster. Except iodine and graphite. Okay, except iodine and graphite. And next physical property is density. Metals have a high density except sodium and potassium. But non-metals, they have low density. Next coming to the melting and boiling points. these metals have high melting and boiling point except sodium, potassium, mercury and gallium. But non-metals, they have low melting and boiling point except carbon, silicon, boron, diamond. Okay. Next one is malleability. Okay. These metals are malleable except zinc, arsenic and antimony, and non-metals are non-malleable. Next physical property is ductility. Metals are ductile except zinc, arsenic, antimony, but whereas these non-metals, they are non-ductile except carbon fiber. Okay. Next, coming to the tensile strength. Metals have very high tensile strength except zinc, arsenic, antimony, whereas non-metals, they do not have tensile strength except carbon fiber. Coming to the conductivity of the non-metals and metals. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, whereas non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Okay. Coming to last physical property, that is sonorous. These metals are sonorous. They produces some kind of sound on hitting a hard object. But these non-metals, they do not produce any kind of sound on hitting a hard object. Okay. These are the comparison between physical properties of metals and non-metals. In next class, we will learn the chemical properties of metals.